Hey everyone, it's Megan with AboveRubyStudio.com. Thank you so much for joining me for another Tuesday tutorial. Today's tutorial is very basic and simple, and I actually already have everything cut out from my Cricut, and I did a little sketch. I did this kind of the other day. I just had a notebook handy. Normally I use my sketch sheets that we have for download, but I was on the sofa and this notebook was, or sketch pad was nearby, scratch pad was nearby, so I started sketching out some layout ideas. And I was going through some photos, and I had these two photos of my kids. Now, they're not really drinking coffee, they're having orange juice, but the hotel we stayed at only had the coffee cups, and I just thought it was adorable because they were both tired and out of it, and I thought it would be a really cute little layout. So I kind of came up with this idea. I decided to use the Hello Kitty font cartridge, and I used the Cricut Stamping Solutions cartridge for this, and just laid it out and kind of decided, you know, how I wanted my little sketches to go. So we're using some Bo Bunny paper. This is the Pedal Pushers, which is just adorable. It's double-sided. So cute. Love it. And we're going to use this. And then we are going to just place this together. Really basic, simple. I did want to mention to you guys, I'm really sorry that this is so late. I did not intend for that to actually happen, but as most of you guys know, I kind of posted on Facebook and on the blog that I had some surgery on my mouth, and it's not complete yet. I'm actually going to have to go through a couple more procedures. I had a broken jaw and some other things kind of happened a couple years ago, and I'm dealing with some of the ramifications of that now with an infection and some other not so fun things that I'm not going to bore you guys with, but I do have a couple more surgeries coming up, and my mouth has been kind of swollen and sore for the past week, so we're definitely moving forward on everything. So anyway, I'm just going to kind of lay this out following the sketch, and then I'm going to glue it all together. So it's just really basic kind of layout here. I cut out all of my, I kind of have gotten used to sizing in my head, kind of thinking how big I want things to be, and I think in 12 by 12 anymore. So I literally put in kind of the guesstimate sizes right away when I sketched this, and then I just went in and cut it. So that's something that like over time you really can develop and think about how big you want it to be. This piece didn't end up being 6.5 inches. I didn't make it quite at 6.5, and I think I only did 5.5, but it is still 4.5. This is 3 3/4 by 3 inches, 3 3/4 by 3 inches. This one is 4.5 by 4.5 square. And then this green is 4.5 by 5.5. So 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And then I'm just layering them on top. I also cut out the coffee cup and the shadow for the coffee cup from the Cricut Stamping Solutions cartridge. And I'm going to show you something really cute. I've kind of done this before, on other videos, but when I use this coffee cup, because I think it's adorable and it has the cute little swirls in it, I take out this piece, alright? Instead of throwing it away because it's leftover, I make it kind of the steam coming out of the cup. So it's kind of a cute little tip. So if you've never done that before, that's what you can do here. I'm going to grab my Xyron real quick, and we're going to run all these letters through and stick them down, and show you guys what this looks like and some of the finishing touches. Basic, simple. Alright, so here is my Xyron. This is the 2.5 inch sticker maker, and I use it all the time. All the time. Now you can use your Zig 2-way glue pens, you can use the Xyron, you can use any kind of adhesive that works for you. But when I have this many letters and they are kind of smaller, the letters of the morning were cut out of the Hello Kitty font cartridge at 1.5 inches. So if you want to follow along and do something almost similar, if you have you know, even photos of yourself drinking a morning cup of coffee, or your husband, or, you know, really anybody, you know, you can really adapt this and the colors of this to any kind of layout. So if you want to really mirror this, it is, okay, so I lost the little dot of the eye, and we might just have to fix that. I dropped it into the crack of the Xyron here. I don't know if I can get it out. Anyway, so you can really adapt this to any kind of layout. So morning was cut out at 1.5 inches. Cup, the word cup, was cut out at 2 1/4 inches. The word of was cut out at 2.5 inches. And then the word coffee was cut out at 2 1/4 inches. And what I did with the word coffee, I did this on my gypsy. So sometimes when I design things, I'll lay things out on my gypsy, transfer my little sketch, and then create it in my gypsy in the same size. And because of the way I wanted the coffee to look, and I kind of want it scrunched together a little bit more, I turned off my aspect ratio and made it a little bit taller than wide. So it's not as opposed to a C that was cut at a true 2 inches, I kind of stretched it out a little bit. So it didn't thicken, it stayed skinny and just got taller. So I made my height 2 1/4 inches and let the width be what it would be. So I'm just feeding in each one of my letters. They're gonna come out the back here. All right, so there is my sheet of stickers. It's so easy with the Xyron. You can just run through. Sometimes you get little kind of glue boogies. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's little, yes, glue boogies, very technical. Little boogies. And you can just kind of scrape them off, peel them off with your fingers. You can use just a white eraser, something that I use a lot. This is just a white pencil eraser. And you can literally just go in and you can pick these up, you know, at any store, you know, back to school supplies, that kind of thing. You don't have to get anything special to clean up those glue edges. Okay, so you can do that right on while they're still on there, or you can do it as you peel them off. So that's really, really easy to do. And I recommend doing that right away because it is a permanent, if you're using the permanent adhesive, it can booger up the front of your letters. So you want to kind of get that off right away. Okay, let's grab an ATG gun and start adhering this all down. The cardstocks I'm using are from Paper Tray Ink, and to tell you exactly the names, I'm sorry that I can't. I believe this is Hibiscus Burst. This is something Sunset, and I don't know. I'm sorry that I don't know, but I don't know. And this is a leftover scrap from Doodlebug Design. I think when I wrote up my post about this video, I said that it was all Doodlebug Design. And it's actually Bow Bunny Pedal Pushers is the background. And then this is the Doodlebug. So I just kind of want this all on here. I'm using my ATG 700. This has the 1/2 inch tape in it right now, which is my personal favorite. 1/2 inch tape really works for me. I don't feel like I use as much when I'm putting layouts together, and I just really like using 1/2 inch tape. All right. So that is how that's gonna go. And then you just start sticking down your letters. Now, I did post about some of the upcoming news at Above Ruby Studio, including the release of the new Imagine A to Z DVD. That is going to be coming out next Tuesday. So be watching for that. We have Club Ruby Designers that's opening back up in April with some changes to that, which is really cool. Very excited that we'll be partnering with Craft E-Corner to just make the whole experience for our members even better. And you can sign up for free right now at clubrubydesigners.com. And if you go to the Get Your Free Profile page, at the bottom of the page it takes you to, there is a Sign Up Now link. And that's all you need to do to sign up to get your own free profile. We're going to be hosting an open design team call very soon, and you will have to have at least a free profile to apply for that position. And more details to come on that too, so you guys are going to want to make sure you're following us closely. So I'm just sticking my letters right down. See how simple the Xyron makes it? Oh my goodness, I love it. Love it. The only downfall that, you know, I think I ever have or I complain about is that there are the little glue boogies. And they really do come off pretty easy if you get them right away. All right. So everything's adhered down except for my coffee cup, and I'm going to just use my Zig 2-way glue pen for this. And that little moaning you hear in the background, that's my puppy. His name's Tucker, and he's making noise today. He wants to go outside. It's beautiful outside today. A little chilly, but it's still beautiful. Nice and sunny. All right, and now what I'm going to do is just glue on just that little handle that cut out. This glues perfectly onto the back. It fits in just right. Okay, so you could use the coffee cup as a journaling block if you really wanted to journal more about the occasion, or you know, more where you were, that kind of thing. Or you can just leave it go, and I'm going to leave it go for this particular layout. It's just going to come up like this. And you could pop dot it up too. I thought about doing that, but I'm just going to keep it all simple, keep it all flat, and then I'm going to add my bling. I'm going to use a little bit of Viva Decor, and I'm going to use a little bit of my silver glitter liner from Viva. And I'm just doing basic little embellishments, just doing a little bit of dabbing dots. I'm really excited. I just got my first project published in the Cricut magazine that Northridge Publishing puts out. And in my layout, I used Viva, of course. And so they actually published in there really exactly what I said about the Viva products, is that just a little bit of bling, a little dabble, a sparkle, really can add a lot of interest to your page, and they featured that right in there in that article. So if you are interested in reading more about that or seeing the layouts, we have Club Ruby design team member Britain has also been published in the April-May issue. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can go stop by your local craft store and see if they carry it, or you can order online through Northridge Publishing and get your own copy of the new Cricut magazine put out by Northridge, who does the Cricut Trends, or I'm sorry, the Scrapbook Trends and Card Trends magazine, which are so popular and full of ideas. So, and no, I do not get anything for selling selling issues of that. I'm not trying to sell them to you. I'm just letting you know what's out there. All right, so there is the super simple layout for today's Tuesday tutorial. So I hope to see you guys again very soon, next Tuesday. We'll be having a few other things coming up with the announcements and everything, so make sure you're checking back often. Make sure you're on our Backstage subscriber list so that you guys can get first-hand updates. A lot of times we'll release things to Backstage subscribers before we do the blog. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.